dashing through pages. Chronicles, Gospels, prophets, sages. Leviticus, laws to pause, find phrases. Turning them corners, your spiritual mazes. Genesis to Revelation, so divine. Flip them scripts, endless grace you'll find. Psalms singing sweet, unbroken lines. Hitting that rhythm, wordplay refined. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? Wake up early, the dawn's light shimmers. Spiritual breakfast, soul food dinners. Isaiah's vision, Ezekiel's figures. Walk through the fire, no one limbers. Kings and judges, prophets profound. Plowing the word, no mythical ground. Verse after verse, wisdom's bound. Heavenly soundtrack, soul serving sound. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? No shortcuts, all divine routes. Listen to the whispers, no room for doubt. Parables drop stronger than gold faucets. Souls hydrated from divine prophets. Study the book, change perspectives. Carefully crafted, not too subjective. A year to reflect, learning perfect. Patterns of grace that time can't deflect. Old Testament drops deep and so real. Kings and warriors, covenant seals. Split that Red Sea, divine reveal. Commandments written, not made of steel. Bethlehem birth to cross on the hill. Unfolding the never blessings, pastor with skill. Scripture flip, every verse fulfilled.
Through the word, every verse, every chapter, nothing unheard. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered. Spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ. Flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message. Flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extends. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered. Spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ. Flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message. Flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extends. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. 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 Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick.
Countdown to ReachConf 2025.
You also know what it means to be a
better
gamer.
be grabbing your tickets as soon as
And
possible.
you know what it means to try to share Jesus in that space. I mean, you're doing it. You're in the lobbies, you're on Discord, you're in game chats, you're trying to be encouraging in your live stream chat, you're trying to bring hope into that stream. You're praying for the person behind the handle. Gaming might be the medium, but discipleship is the true mission. And you feel like you're doing this by yourself. But imagine you weren't doing it alone. You've got backup. Imagine you were equipped and resourced and linked with others who know that discipleship can happen where you're at, where other players are gathering. Imagine that your passion is coordinated. You can have fun and be intentional on your streams. What if there was a summit built just for you, for digital missionaries in the gaming world? What if you were not just playing together, but you were actually building the kingdom together? That is DMCon, a digital space for gamers who disciple and disciples who game. If you've ever questioned whether games could be sacred ground, this is your confirmation. The digital spaces you inhabit can become communities of belonging, healing, and gospel transformation. Jesus is already in the game. Let's discover where together. You're not alone. Come and see who else is with you right now. Register for DMCon.
Welcome to the final countdown to ReachConf 2025. You better be grabbing your tickets as soon as possible. For the gamers, the video game building has over 10 TV and console combination stations with Smash tourneys. VR folks are going to have a Beat Saber tourney. There's going to be PC and game demos, arcade machines that are all free to play, a retro arcade, and an optional bring your own computer PC LAN for the PC folks. For the tabletop gamers, there's going to be a 50-person mega Dungeons and Dragons one-shot. Lots of tabletop space for all of the board games, and there's going to be room for the trading card gamers. If you want to bring your Magic cards, bring your Pokemon cards, battle it out, let's go. We're calling all the cosplayers in the group also. There's going to be a 360-degree photo shoot, a daily team shoot, and daily winners. And beyond that, there's going to be awesome game shows that the audience can be called in to win real prizes, content creator training events, industry talks, and more. So make sure you get your tickets to ReachConf 2025 today.
Welcome in, everybody. My helmet feels off today. I don't know why. It just feels off. But anyway, we're about ready to get going. I'm trying to get Fish Pond's cam and stream up. It's been a bit delayed here for some reason. I don't know what happened. Every once in a while, I don't know if it's an auto update that will shut down the computer and reboot it in the middle of the night. It doesn't always tell me that. And so it's shut down. I'm trying to get everything back up. This thing is so slow, I'm telling you, though. It takes like 45 minutes at times. So right now, I've been waiting for the screen to come back up so I can actually tell it to open OBS. So I got to open like everything one at a time, wait till it's fully opened, and then move to the next thing. So since that's pretty close, I just want to wait a minute. Now it says end process. The program you are about to want to end this process. No, I'm trying to open something. It's not responding. Of course it's not, because you're not doing what you're supposed to. Anyway, we're going to go out. Let's see where we are at. We are at 189.3 miles. 190. We're 190. So we should be over 200 today. If we got 36, that'd put us at 225. That'd put us at 225. I don't know if we'll get 36 today. We're going to go get a good ride in today, though. There we go. Finally opening up. Thank you, Streamlabs. And let me get the music playing over there. All right, shrink that down. We don't need that big. And no, OBS did not open, actually. Try again. It'll probably tell me now that OBS is already running. I don't know why that happens on this computer. It does, though. You can see all the podcasts that are coming up on the Church Digital channel. I did not. That did not start today when I hit everything. Wonder why avatars did not start. But I don't have avatars on the biking anyway. That'd be, you know, I need to go look and see if there is a biking setup option. You know, it probably did because I just had a whole bunch of screens here on Microsoft on this computer this morning, too, that's finish setting up your Microsoft. I don't want it. I don't want it. Leave me alone. Okay. We've made it through so that everything is now streaming over there. Let me get these screens up to double check it, and we'll be on our way. So let me start this on the IRL. Christopher, welcome in, welcome in. We're just about to hit the road. I'm just trying to get the pond up, stream up. It shut down, and I had to reboot all of that. But before I go a nice long ride this morning, I don't know. We're just gonna go for a bike ride. That's what I'm trying to ride 500 miles. Hey, Galaxy, thank you for the lurk. You know what? Is the music playing here? Let me click that again. I did click it earlier, but it doesn't look... There we go. There we go. Now we got music playing in the background. All right, that one's up. Reload this one. Now, I don't know tomorrow if we'll be able to get a ride in at all. Yeah, early morning ride. Yeah, I'm just riding today, and then I got to clean fish tanks, and then I'll be leaving. So that's the plan. You can ride your bike to Sweden and meet me the way you get a 2-for-1 deal. I would love to. I don't know that that's going to happen anytime soon, but I honestly would love to do that. All right, good enough. I'll check that later. I've got some of it going. Let me switch over to the right camera, and then I switch my glasses, and we'll be on the road. It is cold this morning. All right, here we are. Glasses, and we'll be on the road. Yeah, it might be a cold one and a wet ride. No, it won't be wet this morning, but it'll be definitely cold. So, all right, it'll pixelate a little bit here as I. Yeah, it might be a cold one and a wet ride. No, it won't be wet this morning, but it'll be definitely cold. And we'll go get my gloves. It'll pixelate a little bit here as I gimbal to set that up. Venture my basement. And we'll go get my gloves. Ooh, don't forget to bring the gimbal to set that up. Water's already set up. You meant Sweden. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Is Sweden wet? It would definitely be cold. Well, it's cold here. It's only like 50, low 50s. It's not very warm. I'll give you a peek at the ride in case you've not seen it. There we go. There's our ride. You know what? And I'm going to do this. Yesterday, I accidentally dropped the gimbal. I am doing 2 hands unscrewing this in to ensure we do not drop it. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'd have to cross the ocean. Yeah, do like Jesus and just split the ocean. Or ride across would be fun. Just right on top, past people. And I could ride between all I want. Well, you know, that'd be pretty cool. South side, thank you, thank you, thank you. Still feels surreal? Yeah. Unfortunately, on some level, the school shootings don't seem surreal. We've gotten numb to those. There was also one of those and a stabbing too. I wrestle with the fact that a more prominent person gets more impact when their death is than unknown people. I'm struggling with that issue. I'll get my gloves a second. And they are touch gloves so that I can still touch the screen and do all of that. Now, those who haven't ridden along, because most of my rides have all been after stream. I think the first one on day 1 of the month, we did do a long stream, and that was started at the regular time. Most of the other ones have not been at the regular time. They've been after noon or you know, late morning streams. So we will be headed out. I've got plans of where we're gonna go today. We're gonna go past some orchards. So the first, you know, half hour is gonna be normal roads that we've taken multiple times. After that, there'll be some new roads that we haven't seen, past some orchards. It is early in the morning. This is probably our best day in a while for seeing some animals. If we see animals, we might stop. If they're too far away, I won't. I'll pan the cam as we go along. And otherwise, I'll try to keep up on chat. If you put something in there that's too long and the road is bouncy, I might miss it. Go ahead, put it back in there again. Yeah, we're definitely getting, I worry, too used to these things happening, that they don't impact us the way they should. Oh, sorry about that, panning the wrong way. And we might have a little fog this morning too. I went out to the grocery store to get milk for my wife this morning, and it was foggy. Morning. Sorry about that. I was adjusting the screen so I can see it. And now look at how long my shadow is. It's Slender Man riding a bike. No, I don't know. No, it doesn't make my arm look long. Ooh, I don't know if you can see it. I can see there is fog. I don't know how well that comes up on camera. Drive safely. Oh yeah, definitely. You reminded me I should turn my flasher on in the back. So we'll get the stop sign, I'll stop and turn my light on. Sometimes I just reach behind and turn it. It's like, yeah, early enough in the morning. I want to double check and make sure that we're on. Yep, we're on. Yeah, well, it's out farther down the road, so I didn't expect the fog to come in at this point. If we see another bank closer, well, it might. Yeah, look how tall flat. You're talking about making your own electric trike with North Hill? That's a cool thought. Legs don't want to go this morning already. They're not used to an early ride. We gotta wake them up. This is not like a big hill. It's just like one of those things, like your legs all of a sudden is like, it's more stress. Need more power. Well, I don't know much about electric bikes at all, so I would be no help to you. And I don't know much about motorcycles. So, watch North Hill. And don't watch me. Ooh, we got deer ahead and a little one. I don't know if you can see it. Mama's staring at me. Two more behind. Mom right in the middle of the road. There they go, they're crossing the road. Hopefully you can see them. 5 of them in total. Told you we'd see some this morning. They're just standing over there making sure that they get into the woods all safe. I don't come chase them down. I'll tell you, on some level, I think deer do not understand and don't know what to do with a bicycle. What kind of animal is that? We got some turkeys ahead too. They're crossing the road. Turkeys don't really see me as a threat. Well, they crossed. We'll see if they're still there when we get there. Why did the turkey cross the road? It's a good question. I think I heard something about that why did the chicken cross the road is actually a commentary on suicide. Like, whoa, that's interesting. Because obviously that's why he was trying to cross the road, was to take his life. We got a lot more turkeys over here. We'll stop a second. There's more over here than the other side. There are just 4 that crossed. Whole lot of them in the field. And I don't know if you can see, there's fog back there. And the bus stop, so we'll get going. There's a car coming. You can see the fog now? Yeah, I wondered on this side with the sun behind it if you could see it. I assume as a bicyclist I would still need to stop for the bus. I've never run into actually being around when the bus stopped while I was on a bike. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can eat orange popsicles every day. All right, there we go. Get a little bit of momentum and riding. And by the way, I just noticed on the back of that vehicle, Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and the 2 baby bears all had names in them. So people do not do this. Do not advertise the names of your children. I see people do this on the back of their cars with things like that, where they'll put the names. Now, you want to put that, hey, you got family, that's great. Don't put the names. They had names on there. I can now watch the kids get out of the car, know their name, and say, hey, Mom and Dad told me that you need to ride with me, little Susie. And the kid's gonna say, well, you know my name. So, not a good thing. I also used to live in places where they would put like football and cheerleader little flags in your yard for elementary kids. So I'm not talking high school here. Elementary kids. And it would, like, the cheer megaphone would be there, or a football helmet with your kid's name on it in your yard. Like, this is not good. Do not advertise the names of your kids. That is not safe for them. Morning. All right, we're in a little bit smooth section. Passing the cows. Passing the cows. Let's take a look at the sunrise, everybody. How you like that sunrise? You get one of those every day? I do. Well, not every day. But it's pretty gorgeous. Anyone got plans for this weekend? I will be posting some pics of cosplay this weekend. Going to the Renaissance Fair. And it is kilt weekend. So I will be wearing a kilt. But I do have two different shirt options to go with the kilt. They're both black, but one is more formal and the one is more cash. So, kids going to a birthday party? Ooh, that can be fun. Sunshine, welcome in, friend, as we're riding along. I wanted to sing Sunshine on My Shoulder, but I knew I probably wouldn't carry that one, so. Morning in, friend. Good to see you. Oh, I did check my speed yesterday, and I want to say we were right around 13. I was hoping that we'd have been closer to 15, but there were 2 or 3 times yesterday's ride where we had wind at us, and I just dropped down the mileage to the point where I did not keep the 15 up. But otherwise, we were pretty close. That one section where it was headwind and we were down below, so that was good. Add support. Thanks, Southside. Got geese flying overhead. I know I've seen other people have it where it will do messages in the chat when ads run. I need to let's figure that out. Now that I'm writing, that's something I need to add so I know the ads run and when they run while I'm writing, because I can't see anything from Twitch except chat. That's all I can see. Can't check anything. Sari can do that? I didn't know Sari could do that. I'll have to figure that out, Papsio. I only use Sari bot to block potential spammers. So I wish I had like an apprentice that I could just say, can you do this for my stream? And then it would get done. You know, that'd be cool. This is what I would like. Make it so. Number one, make it so. If I had an apprentice, I would call him number one. I don't know, that just sounds cool. Number one, make it so. Earl Grey, hot. By the way, no tea this morning. No tea this morning. I did not make tea because I was gonna be leaving on a bicycle. Don't know when I'll be back again, but it'll be today. You'll put it in Discord? Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, because while I'm cycling, that would be beneficial to know while I'm doing the other streams. You know, it does give me the warning that ads are coming in so many seconds. So that's pretty good. And then I switch to something else so that people don't miss what I'm doing. But you can declare editors who are like mods, but with near owner access, so you can make sure they're oh yeah. And on some level, I'm thinking it would be, you know, like, I'd love to get to the point of having a paid apprentice to help with my channel. And I don't know I'd pay them much, but, you know, just to show value. But, you know, I got to figure out my own funding as a digital missionary first. Because I know some people are going the route of trying to be a full-time streamer, and that'll be their source of income, and that's fine. That's just not the route that I'm working on, because I do a whole lot more than just the streaming side of things. So, which, you know, Papsio, how are you enjoying the course so far? We had a great discussion on Tuesday. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. And I did get through course material for this week yesterday. So hopefully you get a chance to do that over the weekend. Some really good stuff this week. Yeah, it's been really making you think. That's the purpose of it, is to make you think, not to give you answers. Yeah, well, that's our whole purpose, is to help you on your journey in whatever you are doing. If you're just starting or you've already been doing it, think and process through all of that. So I'm glad that that's helping you foster thoughts there. All right, we're coming up on the downhill. We'll be hitting some speed. Could be some deer in this section up ahead. Probably not till we get to the trees. And I don't know, maybe there will be some more fog up ahead, but Because we're going in a valley, there could be. All right, clear on. Run, run, run. Yeah, I'm finding that out, Papstio. When I hit speed, the signal cannot keep up. And I did not try to hit it hard today on that downhill. But it's probably when I hit close to 30. You know, when I'm above 25, that's when the signal goes out. Like I said, this section right here could have some deer, so let's be quiet for a minute, see if we come across any. It doesn't appear that we had any more. We still could run into some unexpectedly. There's a lot of trees along here, but I know that section, I've seen them. And we'll get to the chip road surface. And we begin the vibration. So many things about being on the ride that you guys cannot really fully experience with me. I mean, this would be super cool. I'm sure somebody knows how to do this, but to put this into a VR headset, I think that would be super cool. So you could time to take the skid to cool. Yeah, go take the skid to cool. Have a great ride. Thanks, Papstio. Have a great day, buddy. But I mean, if I could put this in a VR headset and it felt like you were riding along and it had the capacity for you to turn your head to the left and right and see what I see. Oh my goodness, that would be super cool. And maybe somebody's already done that and I just don't know. Taking the skid to cool, I know. We will be getting some elevation today. Right now we're pretty flat. We did a nice down and we're in a flat area and it'll be a little bit, but we'll get some ups and downs today. Someone's got a skid loader out there working away. And watering the lawn. I stop watering my lawn this time of year. It's not harsh out. I don't care if it's green. The lawn is there to stop erosion. That's it. That's all I think it's there for. And I have awful sandy soil, which it's not good for growing, so unless you're just feeding fertilizer artificially to it, it doesn't grow really well. And then it drains so well that it dries out, so if you're not constantly watering it, it's just like, that just seems like money being thrown away. They probably have a well, so it's just electric, not as bad. I have thought about putting a well in, running my sprinklers off of a well, but I have not done it. That initial cost. I had thought about doing it. We used to have two separate bills, one for your sprinkler system, because there's a separate meter, and one for your water for your house. And then they would charge you a fee because water was hooked up to you in the winter when you weren't sprinkling. And that drove me nuts. That $10 fee was more bothersome to me than the paying for the hundreds of dollars of water over the summer. That, like, I was just about ready to do it, and then they changed the system, put everything on one bill, and they don't charge you the $10 anymore. I'm like, it's already here. I'm doing nothing. Like, you're the one that set it up this way. You're not gonna charge me for it. So I stopped doing that, and then I just kind of like, yeah, okay. I don't have the money to set up a well. I'll just go along with the way it is and complain. But I spend more money on my lawn getting water than I do on drinking water and tea and getting a shower. You hang around here, you find out all of my little things that upset me. All incidental, all trivial. Why would something important upset me? When a $10 charge for the fact that it's there and not used, that's the thing that upsets me. Da 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 dun, 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 dun. Oh, I missed Sunshine that Trump says murder suspect in custody. I missed that. I had not seen any news this morning. Last night I hadn't seen anything, so. Do you know anything about the school shooting in Colorado? If that suspect, I did not hear any more on that suspect. Someone also talked about a stabbing, and I haven't heard anything more on that. He was turned in South Utah by a pastor or a church member. That's you saw 2 kids were hurt. That's all you heard? Okay. That's all right. I just wondered if you knew, since you had heard another update that I hadn't. All right, this section here could have some deer. I have seen deer here before. Somebody was marking the road up here. Wonder if it's just from running over the section of road back there with tar, because this is a long ways to be leaving some marks. And the one looks like it's dualies, which could be a trailer. Da, 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 da. So here's the other novel thing. Okay, so normally when I'm riding my bike, I'm listening to podcasts, okay? So instead of all of my podcast listening this month, I'm giving up all of my podcast listening to stream, and while I'm streaming, I can't even listen to anything because it'll take too much bandwidth off of my phone to play something. I guess if I got another device that I brought along, I could, but it's like, not only do I not get to listen to anything, I'm not listening to my podcast. I'm not listening to what you're hearing as far as music goes. All right, we're just about to our turn. It's just like my nice hour-long ride. Come up here, turn around, head back. It's about a half hour both ways. Mostly side wind. But if there's a tailwind, then you probably will have a headwind, and it'll balance out. Yeah, birds listening to the birds. Yep, I hear them. But they're not constantly with me. That'd be cool if I had a little bird that would fly along and sing songs for me. Get a little Tweety bird cage on the back of my bike. Bring Tweety bird along for a ride with me. Definitely not a parrot. Gonna squawk and talk. I heard that, I think it was Disney, had like 5 parrots that they had to separate because they were harassing people, swearing at them, and one would swear and the others would repeat it and laugh, and they had to separate all the parrots. I think it was Disney, I might be wrong. Like, that's not what you want. Parrots harassing people, little kids, no. Yeah, there's a shop owner that had that. Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of places like that, but it's a difference if it's a small shop and you're understanding and expecting that versus a place that supposed to be kids friendly. And we got a tractor that we're in front of. I don't know if he's coming this way. He'll be passing me eventually. I don't think I'm staying ahead of him. I might. Tractors aren't that fast. We'll get back to a longer shadow, but now it's a little normal. It's not like you had it a half hour ago with super long Slender Man shadow. Apparently he just slowed down. He's gonna stay behind me. We're just gonna truck on right here. We got blueberry fields on our right. Blueberry fields forever. Blueberry season's over. Blueberry season is July, maybe into August. All right, we did go past here the other day. Might have even been yesterday we went here. So we went past the horses yesterday, and instead of turning left, we'll be turning right. And then like we did on day one, after that, we turned left. We'll be going straight. So. As a kid, I did try to do blueberry picking for money. Had to ride my bike with my sister. I don't know how far it was. It's like a 2-hour bike ride to get to the blueberry fields. Then pick blueberries. Get paid 10 cents a pound for blueberries. And like worked all day and got like $2-3, 4 hours of time riding my bicycle. That was not a good bicycle with my sister. I don't remember how many days we did, and she decided she wasn't going to do it anymore. And it was a busy road that we had to ride on, so that was the end of my blueberry picking for profit. And there was no profit in it. There were some guys that knew what they were doing though. Oh my goodness, that's one guy that was next to us. He had a belt system that he had 3 or 4 buckets that attached to his belt that clipped in. And then he just was like, pick, 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 pick with both hands simultaneously going, filling those buckets next to me. He'd fill those 4 buckets, I would fill 1. So I did not stay long enough to get that kind of skill. So he might have been actually getting a higher rate, because I think you stay longer, you do more, you are a better picker where they don't have to worry about the quality of if you're getting any green ones in there or other issues. He probably made more than 10 cents an hour, or I mean a pound. Well, that tractor never ended up passing us. All right, so we will be at least riding north for another hour. We'll see where we're at when we get to, let's see, 10, 11, maybe we won't be going that long. Maybe we'll go to 9:30. So I do need to get some fish clean up today. So we've been more than a half hour. I don't remember exactly when we started. A little later than I wanted to, but maybe we're at 45 minutes. We're at probably 40 minutes of ride. That's probably where we are. Probably at 40 minutes of ride. That makes sense. I forget I can go look down at the timer on the bottom that says how long I've been broadcasting. So welcome in everybody that's just lurking. I know I often get lurkers that don't say anything, and I love that. That is such a blessing So thank you for that. But if you do not know and you are expecting me to be reading the Bible, I am cycling 500 miles for the month to help raise support and awareness and funds for fighting kids' cancer. It's called the Great Cycle Challenge. So, oh yeah, that's the whole stream though, Sunshine, not just the ride. I'm just trying to figure out the ride time. So we got a bunch of cows here, all wondering why this guy is talking to himself. Like, look at those strange looks I'm getting. Like, dude, are you okay? Like, you're not here to eat us, are you? We're just chilling, morning breakfast time. And look at almost every single one of them staring at me. All right. So anyway, since I'm doing that, I've been, trying to ride every day. I need to average 16 miles a day. Well, I'm leaving about noon today to go to away for the weekend, which means if I don't ride this morning, we got some heron out in the field over there. If I pan or they're flying, I won't catch them. So if I did not get a ride in this morning, I wouldn't get it in. And I want a long ride because tomorrow, if I get anything in, it'll be a half an hour ride on a stationary bike, which just is bleh. But if the hotel has one tomorrow morning, before we go to Ren Fair, I'll probably do that. Same thing with Sunday. So Sunday is going to be my normal long ride day, and this weekend it's not going to happen. So that's why we're riding today, to make sure we get in a good 25-30 mile ride in, to get above the average so I stay ahead, so I don't fall behind on getting to the goal for the month. So here we have horses on the right. We went yesterday and we went left. That was a fun ride. I enjoyed that one thoroughly. We did lose a little signal there, which is not bad. I'm only using a little signal except for when I'm on the bike path, or towards the lake. Then I just fully lose it. So we're going right here. Ooh, somebody's upset. Ah, so you're throwing Matthew in you, blessed when people persecute you and say all kinds of things about you for my sake. See, that's the thing. It needs to be for my sake. Second witness. It's got to be for my sake, not for the sake of my politics, and I let my politics be the thing that people are upset of. I'm just careful about that line between are you upsetting people with your politics, or are you upsetting people with your talking about Jesus? I just want to talk about Jesus and let politics be whatever they're going to be. Because I think there are fine people who disagree entirely on politics, and they both love Jesus. So, and I think no matter what decision you make, there ends up being harm to some group of people. I just don't think that there is anything that is done that is neutral. See, and I don't know if I agree that it's evil people like they did to the prophet. Well, the prophets were people speaking to the people of God, telling them they needed to change their ways because they weren't following God. I didn't see Charlie doing that. So I'm reluctant to make the comparison. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I'm reluctant to. And you're free to see that. I'm not arguing with you, so don't think I'm trying to persuade you. I'm just saying that's not how I would frame it. All right, so here's where we turned left on day one, and here's where we're gonna go. So this will all be new stream material. We've not streamed this way. I have family members who are really impacted and upset about Charlie's death, and I have family members who are really upset that nobody's talking about. I'm talking social media, talking heads in the Republican Party. They're not talking about the school deaths that happened the same day. And they didn't give the same response when the other politicians from the Democratic Party had been murdered earlier this year. So they see, what they see is hypocrisy around the issue. And I'm not debating if that's true or not. That's just, I'm saying, hey, maybe people weren't paying attention earlier. Maybe you both have some valid points. I don't know what to do with it. Woo! Bumpy ride. I see we disconnected and connected back up, so that's a regular thing. I still would like to know if it ditches the chat first and keeps the stream up and then just reconnects the chat, if it's an upload download thing. It didn't disconnect for you? Okay. Yeah, it told me that the chat disconnected and reconnected. So that's what I'm thinking it would do. It just disconnects from the chat, but it's still doing the broadcast. You know, up and all of that stuff. All right, I don't know if you can see it. You might be able to see this one. We got a sharp down and back up. So you keep the chat? Yeah. Well, we might have that here because we'll have it. It seems to lose. Oh man, this is a bumpy section. It seems to lose signal when I get speed. All right, I told you we would get to some apple orchards. It's here on the right and how tall it is. Keep the deer out. Oh man, legs, shut up. I know this is bumpy. It's like not smooth, so my legs are just like, constant uphill and bump, 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 bump. Yeah, I did get spotty there. Every time I get speed, it struggles to keep up. Yeah, you got to see the barn first? Okay. All right. We get up here just past this. I'll be able to pan and you'll be able to see some of the apples. There we go. Here's the gate to get in to pick apples. And you got lots of boxes of apples there. All right, we got another long downhill. So we'll take advantage of this. We'll just coast. We won't go super fast. I don't need to lose the signal. But downhills are fun. So why not enjoy them? So if the signal does go out, you'll know why. You miss apple trees in your old place with the bees or stinging caterpillars or deer. Yeah. Oh, an extra deer, yeah. Yeah, you see here on the right another section of apple orchard, fenced in. So some places have their apple orchards all fenced in. This road does. The one we went on the other day did not. Could also see on the left side maybe that there's still the fence there, but they've got like some squash, or maybe it's pumpkin. I cannot see the ground to see what's growing there. That's pumpkin, as well as the apples. And here barn. Tear down your barns and build bigger barns. No, we do not. We leave them up. They never get torn down. They eventually fall down, and then we clean up. So that one looks like it's still being used. The outside on the side couldn't tell. Woo! That little hill killed my legs. And now we'll have another downhill. 4 swings on that tree. More pumpkins. Here are these fences. We won't see deer because they keep the deer away. Try to keep them out. That's a big expense. There are other places around that'll have those big high fences to keep deer in. So, you know, if you want to go hunting, whoa, you go to a place that has a big fence and keep the deer in. And these other places are trying to keep the deer out. Very bouncy road today. Soaring Eagle, yes, bike ride. We're riding 500 miles this month. So you can see what we were at to start the day in the lower corner. And we've been almost an hour on the road this morning. Bunch of turkeys out there, but it'll be hard to see trees. Look at earlier, so you had a much better look than these would be even. All right, got an uphill. And there should be a turn after this uphill. Whew. Appointment at the doctor today? Okay. Woo. Sounds like a deal. We had a nice slight long downhill here. This is going to be brutal coming back. Steady 3% mile long climb. I hate those. Let me put it this way. I hate every uphill. What am I saying? Well, that was a weird sound. Oh, it was his dad who turned him in. Okay. Oh, we got some donkeys there. Sorry, I didn't turn the cam in time. That's an interesting question to ponder. Would child in or not? You get crazy drivers this morning? Well, not where I am. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There's like no drivers this morning. All right, now we're going up. Got a Tom turkey over there, solo tail with the beards, in case you're wondering. I don't know if you can see how bad the road is. That is just filled with potholes that have been patched. And the chip road surface on top. It's been several years, so the smoothness is gone. And it's back worn down to all the patching. Whew. And more orchards. You imagine that? More apple trees. If we haven't found enough, there's more. All right, see you later. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping. Have fun storming the castle. Do I think the 144,000 of Revelation might be other people? Well, they give two descriptions of who those people are. One talks about the martyrs. So, yeah, they do clearly have to be people who passed away. Part of the description is when. You have to look at it. But also, I don't understand that number literally. It is 12 nations, 12 disciples, multiplied together gives you 144. Multiply it by 1,000, because 1,000 is a large significant number, gives you the symbolic number of 144,000. So I don't take the number literally, but it's just symbolic of the martyrs are going to be there in heaven. So don't worry about dying for your faith. That's what I take away. We do have a downhill. Well, yeah, they've been through the Great Tribulation, and I think that's the persecution that happened when Nero was alive. Woohoo, we are cooking. Now, I don't know if you can see the uphill. That uphill just looks daunting to me.
And second witness, you don't have to understand Revelation the way I do. When I was in seminary, I think I had a book that said 5 views on Revelation. There are 5 historic views that the church has had. Pre-mill, post-mill is only about 150 years old. Before, about 150 years ago, nobody was talking about pre-millennial, post-millennial rapture. The rapture was only hypothesized, I'm trying to choose my words here, hypothesized as an interpretation of Revelation about 150 years ago. Before that, no one in the church understood scripture that way. So I go back to older traditions as well that have been around for longer of how I understand Revelation. So, but I also leave room because, like you'll hear me say on my stream, I believe that 80% of what I believe is 100% correct. I just don't know which is the 80 and which is the 20. So I could be wrong on Revelation. But I also could be right, and also all of us could be wrong. All right, uphill, so I can't read stream. I'm standing, so. Woo! Legs are doing some fine work today. Have I told you that? I'm glad I brought you along. Woo! All right, all right, all right. Woohoo! We're Stony Lake Road. There's 2 ways to deal with cars. Just go or just stop. He didn't know what I was doing. He had the right of way. He should have went. He has a car. He should have went. All right, smooth road now, baby. And a downhill to boot. I think there's two readings of the 144,000. Those who went through the Great Tribulation, you're right. And there is the 144,000 from every tribe, tongue, and nation. So there's 2 groups of those, if my memory's correct. You're ahead of me. Yeah, you're the camera on my head. I wish I had a camera on my head. I'd looked into the possibility of getting the glasses that you could do cam with, so I could just turn my head and you could see what I was seeing. And a friend of mine has them, and he goes, "No, don't work that way. It wouldn't work. Battery life is sus, so they're only good to turn on and do like a social media post and then turn them back off." But Chris, if I was heading east, you'd be ahead of me. You're further east than I am. but I am headed north. Yeah, like Google glasses. Yeah, the Meta glasses, I think, is what my friend has. The Ray-Ban Metas. I do like the idea of them still. It's just, I need another reason to get them than that. So anyway, the gimbal, I got the gimbal so I can take and pan, which I really love this. I love this feature. So it's not exactly I can show you everything I see, but it's pretty darn close. You were imagining you were in that car that passed it? Well, there you go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. All right, we have another 15 minutes north, and then we'll turn around and head back. I've only been out this part of this road past Stony Lake a couple of times, so I do remember this part, but my memory's not so good to tell me how long we pan or go alongside of the interstate on the right, which you probably can hear all the cars over there. Can't see them, but you can hear them. But we track north alongside of it for a while, and I don't remember how far that is before we have to turn around. So if we hit a dead end before then, that'll just be where we go today. Since we hit this past Stony, we've got a lot more traffic on this road. Stony Lake, that's what it is. My brain was saying Stony Brook, and I knew that was wrong. Stony Lake Road. Which day one, we went by Stony Lake. Some rose-colored and pink hydrangeas over there, if you saw them. Little hill here. Ooh. That just came up steep there. Corn crib up ahead. That's old school. Old school corn crib. I don't know if you've ever seen those. So let me pan a second here. So it's that wood building there, and if you can see, you can see through it. It's like, maybe you can't, maybe it's too far away on the cam, but that's so the air and wind can blow through there. So you throw corn in there, feed corn to dry. Longest I've done in my life is 100 miles in one day. And the last 75 were brutal. My butt was sore, my legs were sore. I've done 50 several times, not a problem. It's just a matter of, do you have time to do 50 miles in a day? Are you committing time to do it? And with 100 metric century, so 100 kilometers, I've also done several times, which I think is about 60 miles. Maybe I'm wrong. It's somewhere over 50, I think, is this metric century. So, but 100 miles is my longest. And there's a couple of rides I'd like to do that are longer, but I gotta get in shape and stay in shape for those rides. Yeah, the blueberry ride was 2 hours. Or how long is an hour? It depends on what I'm doing. Like, I'm like, when I go by myself, I go like I'm going with you, but probably just a little bit faster. I'll speed up, slow down, hit some sprints, but mostly I'm out to enjoy the ride. If I ride with a group, you ride with a pace and you keep that pace up. Or would you ride with other people, even if it's not a full group ride, just a couple of people? Like I'll ride with some friends. Sometimes we'll ride side by side, leisurely. Other times we'll go single file and we'll grind it out for a while. So I don't grind it out very much as a solo ride. And I don't do that while streaming because it's hard to keep up with chat. You've done almost 38 miles. So you found something live on YouTube talking about stuff? Yeah, they're probably doing press conferences or something like that, and YouTube's gonna carry it live. Tell you what, we turn the corner now, and the sun is out. I'm gonna need to unzip my jacket. Woo! Getting warm. There, you can see it flopping now in my shadow. We got some horsies. Okay, one of the things is, yes, there is that function, and I was using it, but it was with a different app setup. So what I'm using is an app called IRL. So it is streaming to my computer, and then I'm broadcasting from my computer, and it connects to the Twitch chat, and I can read the Twitch chat. I would have to have another browser window open watching my stream in order to have the chat read back to me. So that takes up more bandwidth to have chat read. I do have the setup for it, so if I'm doing a workout at home, I could use it. Yep, I learned that one from Papstio. I did try another method. What the heck? Got gunshots out here. I don't know if it's hunting season or target practice. Well, that makes me want to go home a different way. Marshallville Dam County Park. Well, if you have a gravel road, we won't be going. We got a downhill. Hang on, everybody. Oh, that's a nice little place. And we're safely away from the shooter. That's a little eerie. I think I probably sinned. I can still hear him. And we got an uphill, so I won't be on chat for a minute. Woo! So I opened up the jacket, then had a heavy downhill wind. Now I'm chilled because my sweat got cold. Yeah, I know you all wanted to know that. All right, should be close to the interstate up here when we come back around this curve, I believe. And soon it'll be time to turn around and head back. Past season, that's all going to seed, storing up energy for next year. Looks like that was feel like it could be soon. Oh, okay. Yep. And that's gonna turn left, and then gravel's gonna go straight. Okay. That's where we're gonna turn around. If I had a full day of ride, this would be gorgeous. I'd keep going. But our ride is halfway over. You know what I do? I'll check on our mileage, and we'll see where we're at. So if you've got a guess how many miles we've gone in an hour and a half, or you should say an hour 20, put your guess in the chat. We averaged 13 yesterday. 13 miles an hour yesterday, so guaranteed we're over 13. And there's no street sign, so I don't know where I'm at. I know I've gone down that way before. All right. And guesses how many miles we've gone. Woo! Legs need just a little rest. Ooh! I likey. 19? You're a little high. You're a little high on 19. All right, homeward bound. I'll give you guesses till we turn the corner up here. So if you still want to guess, you still got time. Guess how many miles we've gone so far. So we know it's between 13 and 19. I don't know if you can see them, but if you see little boxes on the edge of the fields all over the place, those are hunting stands. There's lots of them. I'd pan over, but they're way at the edge of the cornfield or the hay field, so they're hard to see. All right, so 17 miles. Almost 17 miles is what we've done so far today. So 19 wasn't far off. I probably would be hitting 19 if I wasn't streaming. I go a little slower with streaming. Miles what I have done this month, would I already be at 250 if I wasn't streaming? And the answer is, it doesn't matter. We don't play what ifs around here. We do what we're doing, which is streaming them. So I don't care. See how I solve problems? Boom. Don't make it a problem. Just do the thing you're gonna do, enjoy the thing, worry about what you didn't do. All right, we're headed back down. And then we'll have back up again after we pass that little park. Hopefully the shooter will be done shooting his gun off when we get past that. I was just a little eerie. Hearing gunshots through the trees that you can't see. Need a turkey counter? Yeah. Just might need animal counter. All right. So this is a slow steady, but then it's going to get steep. I'll probably pixelate out here, so just prep for that. But we could be back before we uphill. This is a nice, long, steady, and I'm not even putting any effort in. And now we got smooth road, baby. Those uphills will get me winded. That's where I expend energy. All right, sounds like he must be reloaded. We're checking his targets. Oh. Keep out archery equipment in use. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's a strange sign. All right, I'm right by where the shooter was on the left. Glad they have signs. Oh, lots of people around here have signs. No trespassing. But I've never seen one that says archery equipment in use. That's a new one. Well, it looks like he made it past. He finished shooting. And now we're in the clear. Bunch of apples there on the road. All right. This is where the sun is bright. I have transition glasses that do go dark, but the full-on sun like that, that's a bit too much. It's a bit too much on my eyes. I'm very photosensitive, so I will never go out in the sun without eye protection. It just doesn't happen. I squint and can't see. And maybe it's one of those things where, because I do that, my eyes are so sensitive, and the more I do it, the more sensitive they get. Hard to know on those things. Got a car coming. When I do usually ride my bike, I have shocks. I don't know if you're familiar with shocks. They are bone conductivity headphones. So they try to do the vibration into your eardrum, so as to not broadcast all of the sound, and it keeps your ears open so you can hear the environment around you. So they're really good if you're riding or running where there can be traffic around, so that you don't miss it and you're oblivious because you can't hear it. So even before you guys can probably hear a vehicle coming, my ears are tuned to that little rumble of car tire. And we got a little vibration here. I don't know if it's showing on cam. All right, we get up by this turn, there should be a steady downhill, or I mean a steep downhill, because that one killed my legs coming up it. All right, I'm ready for you. Hopefully we don't lose signal. Might have been too short to lose signal. This is a quick one. Got some birch trees on the left there, the white ones. I always thought those were cool trees. They look gorgeous in paintings too. As a kid, I'd try to take birch bark and make little toy birch bark canoes. I wasn't real good at it, but it was fun. My daughter had a birch bark cake for her wedding cake, so it wasn't a real cake. It's just a fake cake that was wrapped in birch bark. and then decorated like a cake. It was really cool. My mom made it. My mom's a cake maker, so. Hobo Bob, welcome in, friend. We're out for a glorious ride this morning. About an hour and a half in. Just turned around, headed back, so at least another hour home. And we're gonna get some smooth road. Oh, yay. My legs and my butt, thank you. There is like the friction level. If you've never ridden your bike a long distance, the road surface difference between one kind and another, oh my goodness, it's so aggravating is a good way to describe it at times. Thank you for the sub, friend. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You got any plans for the weekend, Bob? I'm gonna be going to Ren Fair. So I'm excited about that on one level. Hopefully no family strife. We're a bit concerned about that now over the last week, but we shall see. Wife's birthday is tomorrow. You're making her a cake. Oh, dude, cool for you. I don't ever really do anything for birthdays. And Papstio's back. I wish two people happy birthday. My mother and my wife. You know, I don't even wish my kids happy birthday. If I don't see you, I don't see you. We'll go out to eat. That's it. It's not to say when they weren't kids we didn't make a big deal of a birthday as a kid, but as an adult, whatever. Got a few spots of roadkill. Yeah, you don't really care, but you don't care if others want to make a fuss. Yeah, you go do what you want to. But I also don't like the expectation of people that if a whole bunch of other people wish them happy birthday on Facebook, why didn't you? So, it's like, did they do that because they really were wishing you a happy birthday, or were they doing that because they saw it on Facebook and didn't remember, you know? My opinion is if you know and you want to say something, direct message people. Don't do it publicly. All right, we got a long, steady uphill here. I'm on a 5% grade, and up ahead it's going to turn up to about a 10, 12 maybe. So we're just going to sit here for a minute, pedal slowly, let our legs relax. Yeah, you tell people you don't want anything. If they don't come spend time with you, it's fine. Let's also do that anytime. Exactly. So, Hobo Bob, I'm very merry on birthday to you, sir. Very merry on birthday to everyone, one and all. I also often don't give flowers on Valentine's Day because everyone else does. So I'll give Valentine's flowers before Valentine's Day, after Valentine's Day, but not for Valentine's Day. So we did one of those game shows where they're trying to bring the, you know, the newlywed game and bring people up on stage that have been married so long. And they were asking the guys what they had done, going through questions. Like, they were asking some really, really hard questions. There's about 4 of us still standing up. And then they say, did you buy your wife flowers on Valentine's Day? It's like, that, no. So I had to sit down. I had to sit down because I'd done all these other things that nobody else was doing except a few of us. Like, do you open the door for your wife? Yes, absolutely, every time. Every time she gets in the car, every time she gets out. Don't matter if she's driving. Door to the house, not as much. Door to a store, not as much. Those aren't a guarantee. But in and out of the car, every time. So, you know, I'll get past that, and then they ask, did you buy your flowers for Valentine's Day? It's like, what kind of question is that? Just ask, when was the last time you bought her flowers? Ha ha ha. See who bought them the most recently. Anyway, didn't make it on that show. I've tried a couple of times when I've been in the audience for it. My in-laws have been on a couple of times. All right, we're hitting the steep part. Woo! All the way to the stop sign. It's going to be steep. Oh, shut up, legs. There's the interstate to the left. I didn't show you, sorry. I got both hands on the handlebars. We crest this, it will be downhill, so buckle up, bumpy road, and we're gonna be speeding down this hill. And then we got to go back up again. Starting to get some color change. That's gorgeous. A little early. We're still in September. That should be October colors. Woo! It's happening here, yeah. Oh, yellow. You get yellows there? Yeah, that was some nice yellows with some reds. A little orange in there. That tree's gorgeous. I'm surprised it's happening there, but you also have some more mountains, so that could be why. Might be higher elevation. Happen sooner. It's 46 this morning. Okay, we're 50. We're coming out of a week of being in the 40s. So we're in the 50s overnight this week. We'll be in the 80s today. So my wife's like, you're putting on your thermal gear? I go, yeah, it's 50 out. Yeah, it's supposed to be 80 today. Yeah, I'm not going to be out when it's 80. I'm going to be out when it's 50. I mean, I'm putting finger gloves on so that the wind doesn't kill my fingers. from cold. All right, we're on a long, steady up climb again. Probably 7-8% grade here. I wish you could tell that, you know, that's like gonna be one of these cool things if I could get it on my bike. That would, maybe I'll look for it. I'll just attach it to my bike and it can tell me what percent grade I'm riding. That would be cool. We're gonna get a lot of elevation today though, that's for sure. I knew that when we took this route. And now we're just gotta grind it all the way up this next quarter mile. The orchards here do not have a big fence around them, but if you see on the right there, there is an electric fence for the deer to stay away from the small trees. Oh, legs, shut up. We got all the way to the corner, buddy. Keep going. And then we'll be out of the sunlight in our face. That'll be good. Give our eyes a rest. Oh, maybe those are peaches. Those are really fuzzy looking. Green fuzzy, I don't know what those are. I just assumed they were apples. I might be wrong. Sorry, I got both hands on the handlebars uphill. I can't pan the cam for you. Woo! Almost, almost. Come on, baby. We're gonna have to do it again, so get past this one first. Oh man, legs are not happy. Here we go. Starting to flatten out. Woo! And that there is how I kill my 15-mile-an-hour average. Slow down to 3 to 5 mile an hour uphill. All right. Slight downhill for a while. And then we'll have a slight uphill for a long ways. I don't think it'll be as bad as that one. I'm gonna pan this around for a second, just to sure I do that, then the road gets bumpy. I'll just show you that way. There, look at the shadows. Oh. Woo! If you did not realize, I hit a bump and the phone jumped off of the stand, but I recognized the bump was coming and had my hand right there to catch the phone. Just a little pothole. It's magnetized on there, so that's a good question. I don't know. They were big, you know, like fruit size, bigger than nuts, like, so I don't know. Almost looked like a really furry green, oh, there's the donkeys again. Sorry, I'm passing before I can show you. Turkey feather, couple of them. All right, this is a nice slow 3% grade for a long time. And we'll have a downhill and an uphill again. Like I said, we're gonna get a lot of elevation. Yeah, maybe the biggest, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, that's what my brain wanted to say what they are, but it could be nuts. I don't know. I've never really seen them, so, and that's not a, like, we're not really known for growing nuts around here, so that's why it would surprise me. Fruit, absolutely. That makes it look like you're buying a cloak, yes. That's because I'm flying really fast. Oh, I will never tire of. I mean, it's gonna be a day where I go, or not today. On straight down that way once before when I was exploring a couple of years ago. So I haven't been that way again. Maybe if we have a long day where riding is all the thing on my agenda, I go from morning to afternoon, I could go explore. More likely what I do someday is I'll talk with my wife. I've ridden to her parents' house before. That we've done a metric century, so it's 100 kilometers. Ridden to her parents' house, and then she's met me there and take the bike home. Maybe we could do that one day. All right, again. Oh, we got baby turkeys. We got baby turkeys. We're chasing the baby turkeys. And that's all. It's. You know what I mean? That one was nervous. Somebody clip that. That's got to be cool. Oh, shut up, legs. We're almost to the top. Gobble, gobble. Actually, I found we got it down and up again. A cool way to really make it sound like you are a turkey. You say hob, nobble, gobble. And then you say that really fast. and it really sounds like you're close to a turkey. So you say hob, nobble, gobble, really fast. It'll be spotty if you clip it. Oh, it was spotty then. Thanks anyway. Whoa, I downshifted too soon. Ooh, shut up, legs. $10.02, all right, all right. Second one's okay, all right. Oh God, Jesus told us to pray for the Lord of the harvest to send out workers to the harvest. So we are doing just that. May I send out workers into the harvest because the fields are white. We're asking you to send them out in dark places because we can't do it alone. And we want to be salt and light in Twitch and online and in wherever places there are that are people that are lost and lonely, need friends, and more than that, they need your love. So may you send out more, and may you strengthen those who are already doing that. Pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. And we're downhill again. Talking about barns. There's a barn over here with a barn quilt, if you know what a barn quilt is. Martinks, is that right? Martinks, am I saying that right? Good morning or evening. Yes, wherever you are, good day. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're out riding 500 miles this month. So glad to have you along for the ride. Just Martin? Okay. Martin 7. Okay. Just added the C. Okay. Without spaces, sometimes it's, you know, because E. You don't really know. I get that. Peace Cemetery. That's an interesting name for a cemetery there. There's a lot of these little small cemeteries that I run into. Sorry, I don't think I got it panned good. Just little small cemeteries, very likely started as farm cemetery, and then other people would be buried there later on. Apple tree down in the ravine there. You got to be pretty close to back to the Century farm on the left up here. And from there, a half-hour home. Maybe 45 from where we are. I don't know. Oh, we got donkeys. I'll get to show you some donkeys this time. There we go. We got donkeys over on the right. Oh, the system that I have set up, I'm using IRL Stream and Botabox, and Botabox will link to my chat. So I've got a gimbal mounted on my handlebars, so the phone is about 16 inches in front of me at chest level, so I can just read the screen there while I'm riding. And right now, what happens sometimes is it trying to stabilize, and when I get around curves and stuff, it sometimes ends up not level. Now it's a little better, but it's still off. Yeah, I cannot get anything from Twitch except chat. That's the only thing I can get. So alerts, sounds, all of that, if it doesn't show up in my chat, I have no idea it's happening. Ads go, I have nothing. I'm gonna work on getting that fixed so I can get chat tell me, you know, get one of the bots to say an ad is happening, so I'll know when ads are happening while I'm riding. All right, we're turning left. We went straight yesterday. We're gonna go back the other way. Oh, that's right, we gotta head back to the sun. Bad idea. Trying to get the cam to go stable. There we go, that's better. That probably happened after we had the little bobble and it fell off. We do have cows, or horses, I mean. Horses, cows, what's the difference? Got horses on the left here. Apple trees along the road. All right, horses should be coming into view really well there, right by the trees. And then when we get up further, we'll see if the cows are still there. The cows this morning when we went by, they're giving me some dirty looks there, like, buddy, are you talking to yourself? That's not a cool thing. Are you okay? So we'll see if that happens. You rode 189 miles in 12 trips. That's before today, so that would have been 11 trips. Suffering from mad cow, maybe that's it. Well, we have to average 16 miles a day for the month to get the 500 miles. So I'm averaging really on the, except for 3 rides, I'm only averaging like 12, 13 miles. There we go. Well, divide 500 by 30. That'll tell you how many miles I need a day. Yeah, 11 days, yeah. Today's ride 12, so it's not added onto the count yet. When we get back, we'll be over 200. And I don't think we'll make 225, but I think we could make 220. There's a possibility. You can ride for only like an hour, 2 hours. Well, most days that's all I'm doing. Most days I'm only riding for just a little over an hour. It's just day 1 we ran longer. Day 7 we ran longer. And today we ran longer. So it's just 3 days. Day 1, day 7, day 12 that we're going longer than 1 hour. And the hour is generous. It could be, you know, hour 15, whatever. Sorry, bumpy road here. I'm trying to fix the cam again. I hate when it's just that wonky little bit off. Do I do anything else on bike? Yeah, normally Monday through Friday I stream reading the Bible, and just started doing the streaming biking. I prepped over the summer to be able to figure out and get a system to do it, and now for September I'm doing the 500 miles. After that I might just do 1 or 2 weekly ride-alongs, but I don't know. We'll see. And I do some games, and then I have a podcast that I do on one of my other channels, the Church Digital channel. I do podcasts over there. So I got a bunch of those that'll be happening. Next Friday, I have the next one. Then I got 1 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday. So the 19th, the 22nd, the 23rd, and I got 1 on the 30th podcast coming up. So I'm starting to get those scheduled out further, which is kind of exciting to plan a little further in advance. I do some gaming, not much. I do gaming at least once a week for a couple hours. Mostly it's been Assassin's Creed, but not as much gaming. I have a hard time staying connected with chat and talking when I'm gaming, so. But the podcast is just, I'm best in the just chatting category. Woo! Back is shoulder. Gonna feel it today for sure. Yeah, hard to game and reach out. Yeah, I probably should turn on, we were talking about it earlier, the text to speech. I should turn it on when I'm gaming. That would make it better, and I wouldn't have to read chat when I'm in gaming. The podcast thought to begin with was to chat with people and then game at the end, and my system could not handle that. So I couldn't stream together and run games. Now I've upgraded my system since then, probably could do it, but I'm more just like, no, I'm just gonna stick with the podcast part of the, and not do so much of the play. Yeah, I play sometimes, like once a week for a couple hours, that's it. I have tried to do more, and like I said, I wasn't good at engagement and chat, and I'm not the greatest, and I take a long time, so, you know, didn't cross over, didn't connect with people when I'm gaming. So it's like, all right, fine, I don't have to game. All right, I'm gonna play with the cam again, see if I can't fix the balance on there. Feels a little better. Yeah, if you were to do it, you do it on the phone. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Well, it took me 2 or 3 different attempts at figuring out streaming from my phone, but the thing that took me forever to realize is, rather than just open up the Twitch app and stream from the phone, I don't have enough bandwidth. There is just not enough signal around here. That doesn't work. Twitch requires too much. I use another system to relay it to my to a browser that I can open on my computer and stream from OBS on my computer. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm using IRL Pro connected with BellaBox and using my phone, and then the phone can connect to chat. So you have to start it at your, so it's not like, oh, I'm out and about and I can just pull up my phone and start doing it. No, you've got to have the computer up and start it from your computer as well. So that's where it works for what I'm doing. But I know I see other people like in big cities walking around IRL streaming. They're probably doing something else. You know a guy that games almost day, but he shares testimonies about God and that. Oh, that's awesome. He got like 10 guys to believe in Jesus. Pretty cool. You're a mod there. Dude, that's awesome. Hey, do you know of, well, let me put it a different way. I'm connected with a lot of Christian streamers, and part of my role and, well, my job description is Gaming Outpost Leader for the Church Digital. There we go. Camera looks more stable now and steady. So Papstio is in my course on equipping digital missionaries with the Church Digital. We've got some podcasts that are, not podcasts. We have some games, get the right word out, buddy. Conferences coming up. The first one is Wednesday, Reaching Your Digital Neighborhood. And that'll be Wednesday. Then the fourth one is the Gaming Summit, where we're going to have a whole plan for you to be able to figure out who's the one person you're trying to reach in gaming. How do you know if you're effectively reaching that person? How do you set the table and create a welcoming space for people to be welcomed in, so that you can share the gospel with them and create community? And then how do you experiment? So if you know Christian Ninja, he'll be one of the speakers. North Hill Live is one of the speakers. Lux Digital Church, Pastor Druzy and Pastor Chino Mage, and Jate Live. So those are all of our speakers at that conference. So if you hit !TCD Con, you'll get all the info, or if you go to missionary.digital, you can get all that info. Also connected with Reach Conference, so !Reach, and you'll get info about that. That's an in-person conference of Christian streamers. The other is a series of 4 digital online free conferences. Reach Conference you need to pay to go. Thank you, Papsio. Well, Martin, I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to connect with others. That's part of what what I do is connect with other Christian streamers, help them get connected, find out what they need, and help Christian communities of streamers, churches, ministries get better at what they're doing, while also doing that myself. So my goal isn't to be partner. My goal is to help other people share the gospel. And if their goal is to be partner, great, let's help them do that. If their goal is to just be, this is their ministry that they do, and they have a full-time job, great. If they have a part-time job, great. It's where God's calling you, help you to be your very best. Well, we are in the home stretch, everybody. If my legs will kick in, should be about 20 minutes. But it'll probably be a half hour. There are so many commands. Oh my goodness, I have so many commands, I don't know my commands, dude. But I'm just telling you commands, and I usually have them set that anybody can use them. Might depend on what bot I put them on. I have some great mods, but mods have lives and they're not always here. Oh, if it's exclamation point command, it works. It's not abbreviated though. Well, to begin with, go ahead and hit exclamation point command. It should still be there. I just didn't shorten it. No? Huh. Not sure why it's not working. Well, it was there. I've got several bots, so I will have to check on those. So one of the buttons got clicked the other day that turned off all the commands. One other thing, as far as reading chat while riding, you can see I'm not in heavy traffic or anything, or I wouldn't be able to be reading chat. I'm also on some pretty straight roads for the most part. When I go up and down hills, I can't read chat. We had a lot of those today. We got one more left, one more uphill left. So a lot of elevation on today's ride. I'm curious, very curious, to see how much elevation I did today. But most all of that is sand dune related elevation or glacial. We don't really have any mountains. And we're headed south, so there is no no shadow in front right now. The shadow knows. Oh no, we got like 5 miles left, I think. I think it's 5. Oh, there's some nice red, orangish red leaves there. Small tree turned already. Most of our stuff is green. We have lots of pickup trucks around here if you hadn't noticed. We have lots of pickup trucks, SUVs, and Subarus. A lot of all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. So we ride the forest on one side and the corn on the other. Legs are waking up. The legs want to run. We're standing and gonna push a little bit. All right, Regs, you want it, you get it. I got no problem going faster. I have thought about, jokingly, I have thought about doing a hot tub stream because I have a hot tub. Like, you know, when I get home here, my legs, they're pretty worn out. A nice soak in the hot tub would be good. We could just do a hot tub stream. Hey, nobody want that. Martin, who's the guy that you were talking about earlier? I'd love to connect with him as well. I don't know, maybe you're lurking, that's all good too, but should have asked when we were Maybe it's maybe it's for for Wow, heard a big noise back there, rumbling. Big equipment or someone dropping a tree, couldn't quite tell entirely. Oh, and we got this last hill. Sorry, legs. You gotta do it. We can't go around it. This is the part that's kind of fun that for me, but caterpillar crossing the road. Yeah, there's no way you guys probably saw that. But a couple times a year, start to see the caterpillars crossing the road. In the spring and in the fall. There we go, push it, push it, push it. Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby, baby. Get up that hill. Get up that hill. Probably ruining the song for somebody, sorry. All right. Oh. It's the last one from, come on. Oh. Oh, shut up, legs. Ah, almost. Oh, there's a caterpillar. That was a furry one. No bands though. Like a gray color. I don't know I've ever seen one that was gray. Like a charcoal gray. All right. Very fast to hill. That'll be a little incline. Who cares? We're homeward bound. About 15 on a bad day. 10 if we were cooking. Well, let's go for 20. Got just a slight decline. Yeah, slight downhill. Maybe a 1-2%. Barely there, but it feels good. I do have plans to go to my mom's in a couple of weeks. Wait a minute. No, that's October. Whoa. Like, wait a minute. No, I didn't go in September. That's October. Okay. I'm like, I'm gonna have to bring my bike. Wait, I got a podcast. No, that's not next week. That's October. Silly. What are you thinking? Acreage for sale. If you want to move, be my neighbor. You could be my neighbor. Especially if you got a telecommute job, you could move here. Or if you want to be a farmer, why not? I'd come help you. Well, not likely we're gonna see any more animals today. We got horses and cows just up ahead, and after that, we're not gonna. And just as I say that, I see a hawk. Too bad, sorry, he's flying away, can't show you. Forget there's a hawk that likes to hang around here. We've seen him a few times up in those trees on the left. you got horses on the right. I got some trees turning color up here. Some oranges. Orangish red there. That's beautiful. Not deep red, but more oranges. And the cows are all out. All right. Hawk on the left, going over the road. Don't know if he was low enough on the cam for you to see. Thank you for circling around to show off, buddy. Oh, turkey's still on the right. They were out here early this morning. It's gonna take too long to pan over there, sorry. We stopped this morning and looked at them. So, and we chased the little babies down further north. Running out of steam and energy. Sorry, chat. We're almost home. Almost home. Woohoo! Oh, it's a lawnmower. I was thinking that sounded like a street sweeper. Catholic cemetery on the left. Or I should say cemetery, Catholic cemetery is next to it. So the speed limit's 55 there. We turned the corner, it's 25 here. And that's why there's always people flying down this road, because they don't pay attention. And you go dropping from 55 to 25, not a gradual, just boom, it's 25 now. So people fly down this road. All right, we're in the home stretch, everybody. How many miles we got today? I'm guessing close to 220. I don't know which side of that we'll be on. I'd love to be over 220, but I do not know if it will be that way. Oh. Oh. And my light's out. Means I I see the battery is on red on the gimbal, which means that the 3 hours is about the length it needs. We may should have grabbed the battery pack. I'm seeing my phone is also there, so we maybe should have grabbed the battery pack today. But we made it. All right, let's detach. Oh, wrong button. I take the gimbal off and charge it at the same time. That just seems to work best. All right, you know what? I'm gonna grab that off the back as well. Take my light in. Not as easy one-handed. Come on. All right, won't do that. All right, so when we get back to the computer, we'll check how many miles we got today, how many miles we got total. Excuse me. And then we'll get some fish fed, and then we'll leave. And we'll get some tanks cleaned. Have a good trip for the weekend. All right. And then we'll leave. We're going to have a good trip for the weekend. Refresh that. All right. It did not refresh yet. Come on, why are you not there? Let me look again. It did not refresh yet. Come on, why are you not there? Let me look again. Try again. Why are you not refreshing? Try again. Why you're not refreshing?
There we go, and we hit it. We hit it.
There we go, and we hit it.
We hit the 222.5 miles. I was guessing 222.
We hit the 222.5
and that's what we
miles.
got. All right, let me switch cams.
I was guessing 200.
All right, everybody. I'll probably take those along with me, just because I probably will. Supersonic, hey, hey. Oh, Supersonic. We were talking about that earlier. I've done 100 miles in a day. Wow. Okay, so stream stopped a while ago. There's a whole bunch of conversation in here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Like, I thought you guys were stopped talking to me. Chat did not scroll. Okay. Let me get back caught up on here. Wow, there's a lot. Okay, there we go. Commands. You got baited. There is another bot that will give you the commands. I don't think it's turned on right now. So it will tell you on that. Like, different bots have different ones. Oh, wow. Yeah. You have whispers blocked? Okay. Hot tub stream. Cool. Bibles and bubbles. Yeah, that's hilarious. Always love God? Okay. Cool. I will have to look for him. Okay. Why'd you go over there? Okay. Tend to go around. I do tend to go around the community, yeah. Yeah, sorry, Supersonic. The chat was not scrolling, and I thought you guys just were quiet and disconnected, so. North Hill. Looks like the Midwest, just saying. Well, yeah, you know. Early stream's late. He's like 3 a.m. and ends at 5 p.m. Well, if he ends at 5 p.m., I might see him. It's 5 a.m. I've done 100 miles. Did 33 today. Your legs would have given out 33 miles ago. Sorry, chat. I got behind. 222.5. Let's go. Uptime 3 hours. Yep. All right. We're finding somebody to raid today. We did Hopeful Disasters yesterday. They're reading the Bible straight through. We got Edify Magellan. I don't see him on very often. Let's go over there. Let's go bless him. He's a young guy. I know him. Met him at Reach. Also, his mom as well. So, we have ad breaks.
Countdown to ReachConf.
You also know what it means to be a gamer. and you know what it means to try to share Jesus in that space. I mean, you're doing it. You're in the lobbies, you're on Discord, you're in game chats, you're trying to be encouraging in your live stream chat, you're trying to bring hope into that stream. You're praying for the person behind the handle. Gaming might be the medium, but discipleship is the true mission, and you feel like you're doing this by yourself. But imagine you weren't doing it alone. You've got backup. Imagine you were equipped and resourced and linked with others who know that discipleship can happen where you're at, where other players are gathering. Imagine that your passion is coordinated. You can have fun and be intentional on your streams. What if there was a summit built just for you, for digital missionaries in the gaming world? What if you were not just playing together, but you were actually building the kingdom together? That is DMCon, a digital space for gamers who disciple and disciples who game. If you've ever questioned whether games could be sacred ground.
All right, let me give you a blessing as you go out. May God's seeking comfort find you. May his loving arms bind you. May his might protect you. May his wisdom direct you. May the joyous love of Jesus Christ be with you and all those you know, both now and forevermore. Amen. Does exclamation point fish change the overlay or only in certain cases roles? No, exclamation point fish will give you the link to the fish channel. Exclamation point fish on the other channel will change the screen. So not on this channel. Sorry, so sorry.
Flat cap on his head, he's streaming live. Reading from the book, the word so alive.
Yeah, look like a little goldfish in the red, orange. That's just a windbreaker is all that is. But yeah, it's funny.
In the digital world where spirits roll. Hallelujah, from the screen we scream. Join the pastor in the holy dream, spreading love with every verse he reads, planting hope like precious seeds. He's a shepherd with a virtual flock, leading us to faith around